On a rare occasion here at the lab, I go and buy some brand new stuff in the box. So, while obviously you see this is the Kobalt Lowe's brand, 24 volt max, this is nowhere near top of the line anything. But my yard does not require even the power and the performance that this particular system has. The only reason why I got this and I didn't get the cheaper, say, brushed version Black & Decker that's like black and orange is because the difference is only about $40 US. So this is $159 for all that you see here, and then I went and got some additional string trimmer line. It was like $11 and something or other. So I figured, what the heck, for $40 difference for both pieces, why not try a boost from the 20 volt system that I have currently and go up to the 24 volt. So I think it's back in 2012 I got a system that uses these batteries here, and I got a pair of them. It came with it. And I got an orange Black & Decker setup that was somewhat similar to this, but not the same quality or power. So years later, I guess it would be about 8 years later, both of these lithium batteries are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. But my Black & Decker blower, which I'll show you at some point in time, that one is sounding pretty bad. And my string trimmer, the motor, well, not really the motor itself. I think it was just the brushes in the motor finally wore out. So, you know, what the heck? After 8 years, I'll go and I'll try this. Why not? Okay. It's a big tube. Hey, you know what? Maybe I can measure the airflow with this thing. Be kind of interesting. Let's see, handle. Handle. Yep. Here's more stuff out here. There's the guard. And let's see, this come out as a giant blob. Cool. And you know, like I said, there's a lot better stuff out there than this inexpensive stuff. But this inexpensive stuff is all that I need. I don't need anything even this powerful. Oh, that's a nice size fan. Make a little room here. Battery charger and battery. There's a lot of reviews of this particular model online already. It might have come out last year. It's got a little bit of a charge in it. A couple of green lights. Kind of neat. Big hefty charger. Let's see, what can I do with this stuff? Let's see, I wonder, will this give me a little bit of juice here? That's a lot more powerful than what I'm currently used to. Nice. All right. I know I have to put some stuff in there. Some screws in there and whatnot. This thing is so long. Yeah, just unbelievably long. Look at that. The battery in there. That's probably more than what I need. So looking at this tag, it says up to 410 CFM. And I know I don't have anything that can come anywhere near measurement-wise to 410 CFM. I think the best I can do is maybe 230. But let's see what it does. Yep, I think it's got some airflow. On the left is my old Black & Decker system, and just kind of goes in like that. Again, the batteries are fine. So 8 years and no issues. And then this, which I think is still, oh, it's down to 1 bar, goes in like this. And then you've got lights over here. Much, much bigger battery. Much heavier battery. The whole thing is just bigger and heavier. You know, I have never checked the charging rates of either one of these systems. Let's see what they charge at. So it kind of gently ramps up. We don't want to shock the battery, apparently. All right, it's a good thing. I don't mind seeing that. So this battery is rated at 4 amp hours, 24 volts when it is full. It's a 96 watt hour battery. That's actually what it says right there. 4 amp hours, 96 watt hour, 24 volt DC. So it's charging apparently at 40 watts. And here's my current loaded voltage, 122. Half an amp, which would indicate literally more than 60 watts, but there is a power factor right there. So obviously there's some type of inductive load going on. And yeah, current power draw, 40 watts. Okay, so yeah, it's going to take more than 2 hours to charge this battery from dead all the way to full. So probably close to about 2.5 hours. And I think that's what the manual said. So I'll have to go back and look, but I thought it was something like completely empty to completely full might have been around 160 minutes. And at that charging rate, that's what you would get. I wonder, what does my Black & Decker one charge at? Now, the only thing is, I'm not sure what the status of this battery is as far as charge. So I know when lithium chargers get close to their maximum, they slow down their charging rate. Yeah, so this battery was pretty much almost completely charged because it is just not charging at any appreciable rate. About the same kind of power factor, 57 milliamps, and continuous wattage 4. Okay, so this battery is basically almost full, and this one is not. So that would be a slow charge rate because this battery is near 100% already. Oh yeah, one more thing. I noticed that while this battery is charging, if you turn the whole thing upside down, you see charging animation going on. But you wouldn't normally see that because I think most people would probably charge their system like this, so you'd never really know it was doing anything. How about that? So you can see my cheap Duo here. Like I said before, I got this in 2012. And I just have the standard suburban quarter acre, and these two machines work just fine. Well, until now. And I think last year, sometime, the blower started making a noise like this. Cool, huh? Still runs, but sounds terrible. And the trimmer, let me see if it'll even run at all. Like I said, I think it's probably worn out motor brushes. Yeah, well, of course, now it's started to work again just fine. No, it doesn't appear to be dirt or anything like that. But it was intermittent. Okay, so right now it's actually working just fine. Huh, maybe I should take the Kobalts back. Nah. These machines have served their purpose just fine. So time for an upgrade / replacement. So I warmed it up a little bit and it's got inconsistent speed. Yeah. So that's what it was doing, kind of cutting in and cutting out. And yeah, of course, check both batteries. So the motor just is inconsistent. Yep, I'm not doing that. Okay, so you get the idea. So now the Black & Decker has both extension tubes removed, and the output hole is perfectly round, even though it's got some kind of diffuser in there. Keep the big pieces from coming through, I suppose. Say bye-bye to the inexpensive Black & Decker. Bought these units as a set in 2012 for probably around $120. They worked just fine up until just recently, and time to move on to something else. So I took a close look at the motor, and of course, you know, they don't design that stuff to really be repairable, but there's nothing I could really do to fix it anyway, and it's not worth it with, you know, everything being about 8 years old. So had fun with it. It did me just fine for all I needed it to do, and it's time to say sayonara and move on to DC brushless Kobalt. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.